Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hello viewers, welcome once again to my channel. For those of you that are new, you are most welcome. Those of you that have already subscribed, you are also of course most welcome. If you are new, please don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notification of all new videos that I produce. So we're carrying on with our preparation for SATs and also for 11 plus. I think the topic today is more relevant to 11 plus, but it has been known to come on SATs as well. So as you can see from the title, we are doing mean, median and mode from a grouped table. So what that means is that there is a category within the group. So for example, an age range of say 5 to 10. Okay, that becomes a group, and then we are given a number, but we don't know the distribution of that number. Okay, before we do that, as always, here is a starter. So we have done this where you've got the single figures, so you have to calculate mode, median and mean from this table here, which has recorded 33 phone calls. Okay, so I shall leave that for 5 seconds so that you get a chance to freeze the screen and attempt the questions, and then I shall go through the answers. Okay, so the mode is very easy. It is 9 minutes because that has the highest number of frequencies, which is 8. The median, a little bit more challenging. Remember, we need to find the middle item, and what that means is the total plus 1 divided by 2. So if we were to add it up, it comes to 33. 33 plus 1 is 34, and we divide that by 2, and it is the 17th value. So we have to find the 17th value, and we do that by what's called a running total. Okay, so we're adding that number each time. 2 add 2, 4, etc. So once again, it is length number 9. Okay, so the mode is 9, the median is 9. Okay, now for the biggie, remember, mean, we need to calculate the total length of the phone calls, so we need to multiply length by frequency. So we create another column, and that is, our formula there. So frequency times length, and 5 times 2 is 10, 6 times 2 is 12, and so on. Okay, then we need to total that, and the total of that is 339. So 339 divided by 33, and we get the answer 10.3 minutes. Okay, so moving on to today's topic. So we've seen how averages can be calculated from tables, and today we will be doing the same but with a group data. So as I said, if it's group data, you know, we can't be accurate, therefore this average is what we call an estimate rather than an actual value. So previously we've had actual values, but in this instance it can only be an estimate. So here we have a group data, and we are asked to do the mean, median, mode from this. So as you can see, there is a distribution of marks: 1 to 3, 10 people got those marks; 4 to 6, 15 people marks. So there is a possibility that all 10 people got 1 mark, and vice versa, that they got 3 marks, or as is most likely, a mixture. So we have to have a rule, but before that, mode is the group with the highest, and that of course is 7 to 9, because it had a frequency of 18. Okay, moving on to the median. So we need to total, and the total, if you did it, is 62 plus 1, and we're going to divide that by 2, so it is the 31.5th value. So we need to do a running total. 10 plus 15 is 25, plus 18 is 43, so again it is in this group. So the median group is 7 to 9. Okay, so that is as close as we're going to get. Okay, moving on to the mean. So remember the formula: total marks divided by total pupils, but in this instance, of course, we need to because we don't know what mark they got, we need to estimate the mark. So what we'd assume is that there was an even distribution of the marks in each of the categories, which are 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, etc., and choose the midpoint. Okay, so when I do some examples, it's self-explanatory. So we need the marks times the frequency, so we need to choose a mark, and the midpoint of 1 to 3 is 2, and we multiply that by 10, and it's 20. So the midpoint of 4 and 6 is 5, and we multiply that by 15, and it's 75. The midpoint of 7 and 9 is 8, and we multiply that by 18, and we get 144. The midpoint of 11 and 12 is 15. Sorry, it's 10 and 12 is 11, and we multiply that by 15. The midpoint of 13 and 15 is 14, and we multiply that by 4 to get 56. So the total marks gained by this group is 460. Okay, and we know that there are 62 pupils, and when we add their marks together, comes to 460. So we just apply it to the formula: total marks divided by total pupils, and we get 7.42 to 2 decimal places. Okay, so you will be told how many decimal places to write the answer. It is usually 2. Okay, so remember, this is an estimate, and we use the midpoints. So I hope you've understood the explanation. So I'm going to go through 1 or 2 more examples, but if you feel that you have understood, then please freeze the screen and have a go yourselves. So I shall pause for 5 seconds. Okay, so the modal group we can clearly see is 0 to 10, because it had 25. Okay, we're going on to the median, which remember is the middle item. So we need to know the total plus 1, and the total, if we add it up, is 92. Plus 1 is 93. 93 divided by 2, it's the 46th or the 47th should actually be 46.5, but 46th or 47th value. So we need to do a running total. 25 plus 20 is 45. And so we stop at the point where we at the group that we think that the median value is, which is 21 to 30. Okay, now we're doing the mean. So remember, we need the midpoint. Okay, so the midpoint of 0 to 10 is 5. We multiplied that by 25 and we get 125. The midpoint of 11 to 20 is 15.5. We multiply that by 20 and we get 310. The midpoint of 21 to 30 is 25.5. We multiply that by 18 and we get 459. The midpoint of 31 to 40 is 35.5. We multiply that by the frequency, 14. The answer is 497. The midpoint of 41 to 50 is 45.5, and we multiply that by 8 and we get 364. The midpoint of 51 to 60 is 55.5, multiplying that by 5 is 277.5, and the final one, the midpoint, is 65.5, multiplying that by 2 gives us 131, and when we add all that together we get 1913.5, and our frequency is 92, so we need to divide 1913.15 by 92. And we get the answer 20.8. Okay, so here I've given it to 1 decimal place. Okay, that brings us to the end of another session. So I do hope that you have understood how to do grouped data, mean, median, mode. All right, so here is an exam question that I have found. So again, I shall freeze the screen. Sorry, I shall pause and give you a chance to freeze the screen. Okay, viewers, I'm about to reveal the answer. So those signs means less than or equal to. So, but all you do is find the midpoints between 0 and 10, 10 and 20. So we are asked to find the mean. So the midpoint is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. And for the second one, it is 15. 15 times 8 is 120. The next one, the midpoint is 25. We times that by 20 and we get 500. The next one, the midpoint is 35. We times that by 12 and we get 420. And 45 is the midpoint for the final one. Timesing that by 8 is 360. And doing both of the totals, firstly frequency is 50 and frequency times time is 1410, so we merely divide 1410 by 50 and the answer is 28.2. Okay, so that is the end of the session. I do hope that you have mastered it. If not, do practice again and again. It's a popular topic on 11 plus. Okay, by way of summary, so we've learned to calculate the three averages from a grouped set of tables, and we've seen that we can obtain estimates only using this method really. and we've also seen how to use midpoints for mean. Okay, viewers, end of another session, and I say thank you for watching, and I say please like, share and subscribe to my channel. I really can't emphasize enough the subscribe. We need your help to get us to that 1000 mark. So until the next time, I shall say look after yourselves, look after others. Goodbye. अपना ख्याल रखना, दूसरों का ख्याल रखना, दुआओं में याद रखना. अल्लाह हाफिज.